Email drip campaigns are sequential marketing emails that you can send to your customers. Let's talk about the concept of email drip campaigns and how to use them for your business. So an email drip campaign at its core is automated marketing email messaging. And your goal is to capture leads by driving traffic from those emails to a particular marketing objective. So that could be to a landing page, it could be to a purchase, or some type of engagement model. Now the email is going to be your customer's path to take that action. And we're going to talk about how to create strategies of when to send those emails. Now the first concept I want to talk about is that of an autoresponder. So an autoresponder is a triggered email that you set up based on a customer's actions, so it could be behavioral, or just a time-driven message. Now here's an example of a time-driven message. So maybe you sent a message on Monday, you can set up an autoresponder to send an email every 2 days. Now this doesn't really take into account if your customer has interacted with the messages before, or if they actually responded, said they didn't like them, opted out. It's just a schedule. And it doesn't really consider what your customer might want after that first message. And so that's when we get into behavioral autoresponders. So they take into account not just the time of day. So I want to send a message on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but it also considers how your customer interacted with a previous message. Did they open it or did they not? Did they click a link or did they not? All of that is additional context that you could then use to build a new trigger of a different email path. Now, it can get really complex when you're looking at combining behavioral and time-sensitive messaging. Now, I wouldn't encourage you to build a fully scalable scheme like this out the gate. But again, it really depends on how you want to engage your customers and to really understand both when they're opening emails, what type of content they expect, and how you can make sure that the emails are tailored to the people that are receiving them. Now, I would only recommend to use email drip campaigns in very specific situations. Because as you probably have seen in your personal life, when you receive tons of emails, you become desensitized to them and you don't open them. And we want our emails to be ones that are engaging and relevant to the customer. So the first recommendation I would have is that you use emails when you have a new subscriber. So this is someone that has just signed up for your email newsletter or some type of email correspondence. At that stage, they're the most interested in the content that you're sharing. And so you want to capture them up front. Now, the reason that we call these campaigns drip campaigns is that over time, you're slowly dripping new information. And in the case of actual water flow, you notice that the drips are a lot heavier at the beginning than they are near the end. And so that's how you would use an email drip marketing strategy in this case with new subscribers, where you kind of give them more content up front and then slowly over time you might taper that off. You can also use drip campaigns when you have an automated sales funnel. So if there are a series of sales messages that you need to send to drive customers to make a specific purchase, so maybe that includes coupons or special deals and timing, all of that can be automated and help get your customers through the sales funnel so that they're ultimately making a purchase without you having to lift a finger. And then the last is a leads generator. So when we talk about both generating leads as well as retaining customers, email is really great to keep your customers engaged offline. And when I say offline, I don't mean off the internet, but I mean off of your platform or service. So if you aren't able to interact with your customers directly when they're using your products or service, email is really great because it allows you to reach out to them where they are.